Yes, call me LL Baldy loser. We are beating Bournemouth. We are beating Bournemouth. We are going to beat Bournemouth. Call it a jinx. Say whatever you want. We are going to beat Bournemouth because the redeem season starts today. The redeem season starts this weekend. Redeem season starts this weekend. Chelsea are coming home. Chelsea are coming back. The redeem season starts. We are beating Bournemouth. Kenny, do you hear what I'm saying? We're beating Bournemouth. So
Kenny,
guys,
I feel bad for you that you have him representing your fan base.
okay.
You have to say the good. You have to say the good with the bad.
All I'm saying is that, see, I've been away because I had to do a few business things. Now, people are saying something about LSG. I've not read it, but I got a few LSG thingies. So our unofficial Uber Eats correspondent, AK, may help me on this. So, guys,
Biscuit.
So look,
Nice Biscuit.
So look, what's going to be in the show? So, guys, we're going to obviously, as you said, we're going to talk about Sancho. We're going to talk about the whole Maguire thing. And of course, I want to look at the FIFA Best Nomination and look at our views on the FIFA Best Nomination. And also maybe do a little preview of what's happening along the weekend's games and any other football stories that we see here. So Streets, I see you. Streets, I see you. Streets, I see you. Professor, don't you dare crash on live on YouTube, bro. If I crash, bro, don't put it on me. Okay? Don't put it on me. So put eyes on the road, eyes on the road. If you run over an old lady, don't say football hot stacks. Don't you dare say football hot stacks. So guys, man, you know what it is. Like the video, subscribe if you're new. Feel free to send any Dubinskis on super chats. Anybody who calls me bald or calls me old, I'm gonna have you banned from the streets indefinitely. Mods, what up? Mods, what up? Tari, what's up? Your boy Splash, what up? Everybody up in the streets, what up, baby? What up, baby? Trying to live, trying to exist, trying to stay alive, trying to exist, trying to stay alive. So guys, let's talk about bullying. I want to talk about bullying because I think this has to be addressed right now. I'm going to ask a very simple question here. So let me put my timestamp. And a very simple question here. So this is a question. It's a question to the streets, and it's a question to the panel here. Have we been too harsh on Maguire? Is it a bullying? Now, that's an open-ended question because my thing is this, and I actually wanted to put out a little video. Do you know that we call Lukaku Tims? Now, are we saying that Lukaku's mother needs to come out with a statement for us to stop bullying Lukaku? So unless Lukaku's mother comes out and writes a whole speech about how it's unfair, we should then stop. Because my thing is that no one said this when we called Lukaku Tims. And I am one of the main proponents of calling him Timberland Boots. Bro, Darwin, Doc Martens, shout out to your boy YSK. I say Timo Werner is a footballing Neanderthal. He's a footballing caveman. So all this insults and abuse of the players is fine.
Should I have it?
Yeah, Shai Havertz, thank you. But because it's Maguire, it's now wrong. And now I was actually having an argument with someone on Twitter saying that, oh my gosh, what you're doing is wrong. What about mental health? Mental health? Pay me $300,000 a week. I don't have any mental health. Trust me. My mental health would be supreme if I was paid $250,000 a week. And here's my thing about Maguire. It's your fault, you bum. You had a chance to go to West Ham. But because you couldn't swallow up your ego, you remained at United, lack of game time, which is now going to affect your performances for England. So for Maguire, you deserve everything that's coming to you. AK, talk to me. Are we wrong in this? Am I too harsh? Should I peg back? Or should we no longer call Lukaku Tims? No longer call Timo Werner a Neanderthal? No more call Conor Gallagher a footballing sin? How should we go forward with regards to looking at players? AK.
let's be honest. It's a Blickland bias. That's what it is.
Oh, wow.
It's a Blickland bias.
AK, you know that I'm going to report it to Prince Charles. So,
This mental health conversations didn't occur when the English media
and fans were piling it on Paul Pogba.
Nope.
It preach.
When the English media and fans Actually, it might not only be Brickland bias. There might be a racial element in it as well. Because it
Speak
didn't
on it.
happen.
Speak on it.
Mental health wasn't a topic when Raheem Sterling was getting bashed all over the media after moving to Manchester City. It wasn't a topic when Anthony Martial was being, slaughtered on media. It wasn't a topic when Marcus Rashford was being slaughtered by media.
Yeah.
So, is this really about mental health, or is it about protecting our own?
No. AK, I think I didn't want to go there, but you went there. This is about protecting your own. Because my thing is, it's fine to. AK, my thing, because I think Lukaku is the best example. The abuse that Maguire has gotten is not even close to the kind of. It's gotten so bad from Lukaku, he had to shut down his social media. The abuse he received was so bad, he had to close down his social media. So anything that Maguire has received has not even come close to what Lukaku has received. And which is why Southgate, I find it funny, he said the pundits. Which pundits are you referring to? Because Maguire is heavily protected on Sky Sports and BT. The fact of the matter is, shout out to Mark Goldbridge, shout out to Rants, because these so-called YouTube guys seem to be far more influential than the more traditional guys. So my thing though is, I really do believe it's a racial element. So for you, do you think that it is too harsh, or do you think it's fair game with the abuse that Maguire receives? Do you think it's fair game?
I think the abuse is harsh, but the hypocrisy is that's what I'm mad about. It's fine, like, okay, fine. You learn from Pogba, you learn from Sterling, you learn from Rashford. Okay, you don't want to go at Maguire. I completely understand the fact that, okay, you don't want to go at Maguire, but it's the hypocrisy. It's saying that Harry Maguire has been treated worse than any other footballer ever. That's what I'm not happy about. It's the fact that professional footballers today, Mikel Antonio came out about Harry Maguire. Is this the same Mikel Antonio who's bantering Richarlison on his own podcast? That's the same Mikel Antonio?
But no, it's true. The hypocrisy is wild. It's like the fact that you have all this. I even saw something from Anton Ferdinand. The fact that all these players are coming out, I'm like, guys, wait, what the hell is going on here? Because what about the other players? What about the other players? Guled, talk to me, bro. Your thoughts on this whole Mag thing, man. Okay, so Guled, should we stop calling him a fridge?
Hey, Jade, can you hear me?
Well, you sound like you're in a submarine, but keep going, bro. Your voice is quite low. But go for it.
Sorry.
Try and boost up your volume. Volume tax.
Okay. How's it now?
Okay, keep talking. Just keep talking.
Okay, yeah. It's crazy, HH. It's outrageous what the hell is going on now, because isn't this the same Man United within which Alex Ferguson used to throw a boot at the players, and then the players used to move on and get on with still performing and still winning trophies, and it's typical what's happening, HH. I think the censoring is becoming beyond technology now. It's becoming a thing where, I didn't want to talk about the racial part, because every time I talk, I see in the comments, they say that, Guled always likes to go to the racial side of things. So I'm going to try and ignore that for now.
Well, no, Guled, no. Look, my thing is, screw whoever says that. Speak your truth and speak what you believe is honest. Like, for me, I'm all here about honesty. If you don't think there's racial, that's pretty cool. If you believe there's a racial issue, speak on it. If anyone says that it's an issue, screw them. So,
no, fair enough. It's a thing where, especially with the English players, we've seen it with Mount, and I might even try and say this, but it might be a bold prediction. I think the next coming weeks we're going to see it with Chilwell as well, since he's going to be playing, in the left wing.
Go ahead. Have a few words with your manager, bro. I want you to speak to your manager, man, because I don't know what your manager is up to. I don't know what your club is up to, bro. But speak to your manager, please. Thank you.
HH, the guy confirmed it today, somehow, some way. So
please, let's stick with the economic Maguire for now, please.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, Professor. Big up to you. I'm big up to everyone, by the way. Maguire HH. It's a thing where I think the guy's on 250 foul, as you said, and as if an English captain, I think he captained his team quite a few times. It's the irony is even his family is getting involved, and when his mother came out with that statement, I was a bit bamboozled because I thought, first of all, you're a professional. Second of all, you didn't get to this position based on your merit because we knew you as a defender in Hull and in Leicester. But if somehow, some way, the spiritual forces were working with you and you got to this position where you was actually Man United player and captain, I think it's all down to you and your professionalism to represent yourself the right way possible. This guy, in terms of the media, it's clear that the NPCs go beyond the fans. I mean, I've seen it, I've sensed it. It's like every time Anton Ferdinand was talking about the subject, it didn't seem as if he was looking at it from different angles. It's just pretty much straightforward where he says, oh no, it's wrong. What happened to Maguire shouldn't happen. But the same energy wasn't portrayed for other players, especially international players that AK and you actually
No, but see, so what I want to understand, and even so, it's okay, what is it that is wrong? Like, let's see, who is to, so I just need specifics. Is it us calling him a fridge? Is it, because so what we've done wrong is we've insulted him because he's played badly. That's the offense.
Unfortunately, that is the offense. But that is not even a viable offense in terms of, if you look at it from any angle. It's the truth. They expect the fans to pay and come to the stadiums and buy the merch and invest I would say mostly all their savings, follow the team home and away, and you expect them not to say anything? I mean, if Man United fans are saying it, do you think we as international football fans are blind? No, we are not blind. If it was somebody else, let's say even, okay, I didn't want to go there, but I'm going to go there. If it was John Stones at Man City, it would be the same issue again. If it was, we saw what happened with Mason Mount, as I said, but if it was Ramsdale or Ben White, we will have the same issue again.
Yeah.
So clearly it does have racial undertones, and they don't want the truth to be told in certain aspects of colorism, and in the other aspect you can have a free ride. So it's crazy, AJ. But I'm going to keep calling it fridge. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I am, because my thing is that I live on the philosophy of keep that same energy. That's always been my philosophy in life.
Also,
because my thing is that if it's fine to call Lukaku Sims and clown Lukaku's good, honestly tell me, are you saying that the abuse Maguire has gotten is worse than Lukaku?
No, AJ.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close. So my thing is that nobody said anything when it was Lukaku. Absolutely nobody. And Lukaku has had a mix of horrible performances and good performances. Maguire has been trash consistently. He's been consistently trash. So my thing is
2 years. 2 years.
for 2 years. So Eke, what you say?
Also, remember after the England-USA game and the World Cup, where a prominent Chelsea journalist literally released a newspaper it's like a statistical overview of Mason Mount after he got criticized for his performance the day before? Does that happen with any other player? Any other?
No. Say it. Okay, say it. Does it happen?
Does that happen with any other black player or black English player or foreign player?
So now is the white English tax now?
No. Okay. Kenny, are we wrong? Like, Kenny, if we're wrong, I'll say see, this is a very open forum, and I'm not here to say one thing. So if you can show me evidence on the alternative on streets, if there's any evidence of the alternative, then please, I'm open. Kenny, are we wrong? Is this not a racial bias or we're completely wrong here? It would happen to anybody.
The thing is, some of the abuse they're talking about, is it like online one or specifically at the stadium?
Kenny, I don't know. Because Kenny, because Kenny, I'm actually quite scared because Southgate said that all the abuse from all these pundits. And I say, wait, hang on, Kenny. I watch BBC, I watch ITV. None of them insult Maguire. The only people that call him a fridge are us online. So it's us. So is he now looking at us? I say, Southgate, are you actually looking at Twitter over BBC and ITV? If you're going to say that we are now to blame people online, i.e. the streets, then you're being ridiculous. You're being ridiculous because, I'm sorry, because that's why I was so shocked when Southgate said pundits. Wait, what pundits are you referring to? Are you referring to Mark Goldbridge and Rants?
yeah. Especially the big like the most popular pundits, like the Nevilles and the Carragher. I think nowadays most of them do say like he shouldn't be picked. They say his performance are good enough, but they don't say nothing like
they don't. No, they don't.
Yeah, they don't. No, they do. No, for example, Carragher said that he shouldn't be picked. But even if someone says you shouldn't be picked, that's not like you're not playing well. That's just as an observation. It's not abuse. Like you're not playing well. You're not even playing. Not even talking about playing well. You're not playing.
So okay. So do you think there's a racial bias, or is that too extreme? So basically, if let's say Sterling was receiving the same abuse, do you think that they will still be? And also, here's the thing: if Sterling was receiving the same abuse, but people were not racist towards him, but they were after it was the same abuse towards a Sterling and Rashford, would he be this much protected?
And obviously, Sterling did get some abuse. There was a time where he used to start for England as well, and people didn't want him. Like, just before the Euros, and then he was the best player at that Euros. Before that Euros, like people were on Sterling. Yeah, Sterling should not play and all that stuff. But I think I think that if he was a back, I don't think it would be as. I think the color tax is. Let's do. There is a color tax. It is true. I think it is true, and the English tax as well add on it, but. Yeah, honestly, the length that some guys go to protect this guy, honestly, I don't.
Like,
I don't get it.
I don't know whether you guys are old enough to remember this. You guys, I'm not sure whether you guys are old enough to remember this.
Yes,
because
talk about
this
that.
was after the '98 World Cup when Bex kicked out at Zanetti and then he got red carded and then thing lost to tournament because. And also as well as like, okay, my thing is this, that would England have beaten Argentina 11-11? Because they did lose on penalties, So, but my thing though is, because I remember that season, and funnily enough, that was the 98-99 season. So, funny how that works. That was actually the season in which Bex, I think he finished second or third in the Ballon d'Or, and he actually won the treble. So, but those first few weeks, every single away ground Bex went to, the abuse received was insane. What Maguire received doesn't even come close because it's one thing we have online abuse. It's another thing where for like the first few weeks, I'm sure Jesus will elaborate, first few weeks, I remember watching it every away ground. He was being abused, insulted and everything. And guys like, man, how will he survive? He kept his head down and he had arguably probably his best ever season that he ever had in his career. So for Maguire, and that's what this links into the whole Sancho thing. And we'll get to the whole Sancho thing. Maguire, if people are insulting you, abusing you and everything, do better. The best way to shut out these people is if you perform well. But if you keep on performing like a brick, you're messed up. And this is what I said about Maguire. It's your fault. Swallow your ego. Get your ass to West Ham, start playing games and say, what's up? Wait, hold on, wait. Who does Lewis Dunk play for?
Does he start at West
Brighton. He plays for Crystal Palace.
Thank you. So my thing is that Southgate doesn't have any club bias. Southgate is that Maguire, if you see, Southgate is known to be loyal. Even if you went to Saudi, look at freaking Henderson. He's starting him. So Maguire's issue is your ego. You feel ashamed that the captain's armband was taken away from you. And it is even extra shame that I lost the captain's armband, I lost my place in the team, I lost my leadership in the team, and now I'm going down to West Ham. Cool. You don't want to do that. Life is all about bear the consequences of your choices. That's what life's about. You make a choice, you reap the benefits, and you reap the consequences. You've made your choice. The benefits, you get paid, you keep your money still on United. The consequences, you won't play, you get out of form, you lose match sharpness, and bro, Maguire, you better be careful. Because Southgate's going to pick him. If Maguire makes a mistake that leads to England being knocked out of those Euros, Maguire, you know that's your career is done. Your career is done. And if that happens, bro, you think it's bad now. You think it's bad now. If you make a mistake that makes England get knocked out of the Euros, we'll see. James, talk to me on this one. The mag.
Yeah, just pull up this AVI, please.
Oh. Is that Napoleon? Wait, hold on.
No, this is your average British Empire enjoyer, enthusiast. These are all the people that are defending Harry Maguire. This is what they look like. All these NPCs.
Yeah, bro, those guys are NPCs, man. Shout out to Baldur's Gate 3, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen such a bad player, like on the pitch, get so much support off the pitch for criticism that is well deserved.
Yes.
Because how do you come on to a pitch at half time? You come on for, I think it was Gahey or Dunk, one of the centre backs. 20 minutes in, you score an own goal. And it wasn't just like a bad own goal. It was a comical own goal. Like, you're nearly on the edge of the box and you put it in the bottom corner. Like, what are you doing?
It was a good niche, though. That was a good niche.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. When your last 2 goals for your club and country are both own goals, I'm sorry.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And this is a guy that costs £80 million. Like, and all this stuff that Gareth Southgate said, after the game, all these pundits coming out. First of all, Harry Maguire gets so many interviews after Gary Neville, especially after the whole Greece situation, because he's the captain of Man United. Graham Souness leaped to his defence straight after the game. I haven't seen one pundit, even Antonio on their podcast with BBC is backing Harry Maguire.
No, who are the pundits? Jesus, my thing is that who are these pundits? Who are they?
We all know who the pundits are. It's people on Twitter. That's who they're talking about.
Jesus, that's crazy. So a national team manager is angry at Rance and Mark Goldbridge. Is that where we're at?
The thing is that for the price you went, people don't speak about that price tag. That guy went for $8. That guy was the most expensive defender at the time when they bought him. People don't talk about that enough.
I've got a question. Wait, more criticism.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you can relate the Pogba case at Man United and the Maguire case. They're complete polar opposites. You can say that they're the most expensive positions, and at the time Pogba was at the 89, 90 million, and at Harry Maguire's 80 million. But if you look at the treatment of both players, Pogba didn't achieve what he should have achieved, but his abuse compared to Maguire's abuse. Okay, on the fan side, it's a bit the same, but
and he performed better.
But the British media, everyone else, the pundits, Sky Sports, etc., leap to Harry Maguire's fence. But when it's Pogba, he's at fault. He shouldn't get his haircuts. He should stop dancing. He shouldn't be talking to his brothers during the game. Like, what is that all about? Because he's being racially abused. There's the Islamophobia. He got broken into. There's so many stuff. The chants, fuck off Pogba. How many times we heard the N-word?
Yes.
Especially after I think it was 2019 when you did the parade around the pitch. He came 6th or 7th. It's like really bad season. He was the one person getting all the abuse. What about the Marcus Rashfords? What about the De Gea's? What about the Smallings, the Phil Jones? Why is it Pogba? But when it comes to Maguire, no. It's not his fault. It's low confidence. What does he play like when he has high confidence? What? I don't understand.
I think that's the issue. Though, is that because like
but
that's it because Jesus is like he's playing badly. He's a detriment to the team. He is being like crap. So my thing is that it just does, and this is why England will not go far. Because there comes a time where you should protect players, but there comes a time where this is the highest level of football. This is not tiddlywinks. This isn't ring rose where come on. You have to be harsh because these are the best of the best. These are high professionals. See, if we're in school, come on, you have to be a bit nicer because you're young. No, you are a grown man and you're playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world and you're playing on the highest freaking level. And you're playing at the highest freaking level. There is no time for like, no, it's too harsh, or why is it so bad? No, if you're crap and you're bad for United, you'll get abused because here's the thing, and this is why, like what Ike said, it is the hypocrisy from what Ike said. If it was a Maguire, same performances, same bad things, but he wasn't English or he wasn't white, would it be the same defense? Hell no. Hell no. Because just with my thing, he's been garbage. Like, how are your last goals, own goals. Bro, like, and my thing though is, okay, this one I'll ask you, J Swiss. Please tell me, what was Maguire's thinking not taking that move to West Ham?
It was solely financial basis because this is where I put blame on him. This is his fault. He stayed at Man United. He had everything was agreed. We had Benjamin Pavard coming in return to replace Harry Maguire. He was going to be the replacement. Everything was agreed. The whole wages with West Ham, the financial move. But he was the one that wanted I think it was the £10 million pay package because obviously his salary is going to decrease.
No, 15 million. 15 million.
10 million. It doesn't matter. You stayed solely on the basis of money. You chose money over having an actual footballing career. So if you don't get picked, he would get picked for the next Euros. That's guaranteed, but he should not. If it was any other player, they get dropped, or they should get dropped. If it was any other nationality, if it was Brazil, if it was Argentina, if it was France, Germany, etc., etc. Look at Goretzka for Bayern Munich. Germany squad, kicked out because he's been performing really bad. Now he's been putting his performances back in.
Yeah, but but if let's say he continues not to get picked, he doesn't move in January. Do you think would it be a sackable offense if Southgate starts Maguire at the Euros? If Maguire remains at United as a bench player?
There's already question marks over should Southgate still be in a job at the moment because there's a lot of English fans that want him out. But like this is like the Twitter fans, all that kind of stuff you can say, the social media fans. Because the hardcores, God knows what they think, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well.
We'll stay away from what they think at the moment because
J2S, can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, good.
First of all, big up to you. I think
Thanks.
he might even have a chance to play this weekend since I heard that Lisandro Martinez might be out. So what do you think about that?
I mean,
wait, hold on. He's gonna start against Brighton.
I mean, look at the options, HH. Lisandro Martinez is unsure.
Yeah, because
you know that Manchester is a big place.
Go
onto the road and grab someone from the road. I don't know why people are being so good at it. What is so bad about just go to the road, just grab someone from the road?
They do have Johnny Evans.
No.
It's true.
Actually, hold on. Okay, James. Okay. Based on because that's such a great question, and I'll come to your dubs but that's a good question. So, who would you actually start in defense?
Because Martinez hasn't played for Argentina. He's very injury prone at the moment because he had that really big setback last year. Varane, he's got biscuits for knees, so you never know with that guy. Then we'll look. Luke Shaw's out, so that's another centre back gone. So we're going to look at Lindelof, who's a maybe. I think he should start, but you're looking at either Maguire or Evans to start next to him. This is what I mean. He's fallen down the pecking order. He's below Luke Shaw of all players.
Do you know why I asked you that question? Do you know why I asked you that question? The issues with the Maguire started with when he played against Brighton, I think in the first tenure of Ten Hag, right? And this is deja vu.
Yes.
If he plays now,
the first game last year.
More abuse. Yeah, exactly. If he starts playing like this now and he gets more abuse, then we'll see what happens with these so-called pundits.
Yeah, especially as it would be Magaluf at the back because Maguire and Lindelof do not complement each other at all.
No. Actually, no. You know what? Here's my thing, man. Especially with all that's a great with all this Maguire stuff happening, everything. Please let Maguire start against Brighton. Please let him start against Brighton.
The fact is that if Johnny Evans that is 40, I don't know how old he is.
Can you relax? Don't do that. Can you do that?
If Johnny Evans start in front of you, honestly, you should be ashamed of yourself. Like, just retire. Just go home. Like,
I pray Ten Hag starts Evans over Maguire because then that sends a massive message to Maguire. Like,
you know,
should not be here.
The whole boy. This guy is 35. He's 35.
No, but it's not even just that. It's like the fans feel nervous when Harry Maguire's on the pitch. Like you can see the fans; they feel like an air of nervousness around them.
And also, Simon, and to that point though, because I remember when I think it was in the last game, because you know, what's it called? Onana likes to play the ball out. You can now see that Maguire, he treats the ball like hot potato. Bro,
Onana
when he
got
gets the ball, that ball
booked
just
because
goes
of
long. And it's
Maguire.
like, you can't do that, bro. That's not how he wants to play.
I mean,
No,
you
he
saw
got booked
Onana
because
to
of
Maguire in
Maguire in the last
pre-season.
game.
Oh, just quickly, Jamie Carragher as well. Oh, this guy. Onana criticised Maguire because Maguire was at fault. He was at fault. I don't get this. And it was pre-season. It wasn't a major game.
Because the main thing of that. So wait a minute. We all know that Onana has been doing this in his Ajax days, and he was doing this in his Inter Milan days. He was doing this as Ajax and Inter Milan. So my thing though is, he made a mistake. He shouted at Maguire. So because he was previously a captain, Onana being a new guy, he was now being disrespectful. Do you know how stupid that is? So he shouldn't shout at Maguire if Maguire makes a mistake. Bro, that is standard football. If somebody makes a mistake, you shout at them.
That just shows you bias because we've seen Henderson shout at Salah. Henderson is not on the same level as the guy called Salah, but he's the captain. He shouts at him because he's done something wrong. That's the whole point. And this whole Jamie Carragher thing as well. He was bigging up and on this whole Champions League run on the CBS, and then quickly, Harry Maguire's getting criticised. Oh, let's blame Onana.
Yeah. It's nice, ridiculous.
It's just
hold on. Let me go quick to Dubinsky. Shout out to your boy Ifman. Thanks for the Dubinsky, Ifman. Thanks for the Dubinsky. Oh, so Man U spent 80 million. 80?
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Maguire was 80?
80.
Yeah, that's a fixed
80
fee as
million
well.
pounds.
That's fixed fee.
Without add-ons.
Add-ons or anything, it was 80 million altogether.
God damn.
80 in total, no installments.
And wait, 190,000, 6-year contract. 4 years, 39.52, 5 years, 49.4, 6 years, 59.2. It's basically after 4 years, Man U would have spent 119.5 for the investment on Mag. Another one.
Investment.
So if Man U got 30 million from, was it
West Ham.
MHE? Okay, from West Ham. It would be 89 million net spend. But Man U was willing to pay Mag 6 million payouts. So Man U gets 24 million from the transfer. In short, Man United invested 125 million total, but spent 101 million net. Jesus. God.
We just love burning money, man.
It's investment.
We are literally the Joker from the Dark Knight. Let's just burn the money.
Yeah, I mean, no. You see, and that's the whole point, because it goes back to the whole Pogba thing. He's 80 million. For 80 million, fans have every right to be harsh to him. If he was free, if he came from the academy, or was 20 million, okay, it's what it is. But I think the vitriol and the extra spice on the abuse is, bro, how did we get a fridge for 80 mil? If I use the fridge to cool my food and so forth. I don't get a fridge to defend. I'm sorry. I don't know what you guys do. I've never bought a fridge to help me defend or play football. I've never had that. So 101 million net spent for a fridge to defend. The heck?
No, but HH, do you know what the problem is? Is that they were playing a defensive system when he came in, but then halfway through Ollie's tenure, he changed the system. And the minute Ollie started playing an expansive system, it exposes everything that Maguire is not good at. So then ultimately you just wasted 80 million through there.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's but see, but that's the issue here. And you're right. I was always one of those guys that I defended Southgate, where if a guy is good under my system, cool. I don't care what they do for the clubs. And Southgate's system helps to protect Maguire because it's a much more defensive system. So Maguire does not work in Ten Hag's players from the back, and you now have to pretty much what Pep does, where the defenders have to be expansive and push the midfield forward. Maguire can't do that because his football fundamentals are trash. But the issue though is this: once Maguire now breaks up, because he was partly at fault for the Ukraine goal as well. And the issue here is, if you're not match sharp, you're not match sharp. So that's going to affect you when you now play for England. So for Southgate, you're cutting off your nose to spite your face because, cool, be loyal, but you have to be realistic. And playing a guy who doesn't play for his club is not being realistic.
Yeah, just quickly on the that Ukraine goal, it gave me shades of. Does everyone remember the 6-1 against Spurs?
Oh yeah,
and he grabbed Luke Shaw, who was trying to defend.
Yeah.
I remember.
This is the comical defending of Maguire. I think this is the biggest catfish in football ever. Like, We spent over 100 million on this guy.
Wait, hold on. Let me bring a shout out to your boy Adash. Thank you for the dub, Adash. Murphy dropped a 2-piece on Mbappe. Wait, hold on. Don't tell me. Oh,
Wait, you know? Wait,
Yeah, he did.
they lost.
He did.
Yeah, they lost.
Yeah, they lost
3-2.
against
They lost
Nice
3-2.
Biscuit. They lost
Wait,
against Nice.
it's just can you zoom on my AVI, please? It's just can you zoom my AVI, please?
okay. Wait, hold on. Where's Kenny? Where's
Big up
Kenny?
to Nice Biscuits.
Oh
Wait.
my, yeah.
The
He was
Oos.
so bad. He was so bad.
Bro, no. Yes, that I saw. Because, bro, that ball went to Europe. That ball went to the past, bro. That ball went to the Stone Age. I mean, okay, no, come on, Jesus, that's crazy. Jesus, that's crazy. You see, my thing is that, so okay, let me just read this up. So Murphy dropped a 2-piece on Mbappe LSG. Jabi Alonso has Leverkusen balling. Neymar debut. What? Who cares? Neymar debuted in the desert, but we're talking about Maguire's feelings. Yes, we are. Because let me break this down. I don't take LSG seriously. Anybody who's investing stocks on LSG winning the UCL, you're a damn moron. Alonso, Cole is doing his thing. Adaj, I dare to put 1 kobo on any team other than Bayern within that Bundesliga. Because if you do, I will slap you twice and call you Johnny Cage. And also, I saw that Neymar debut in the day. It's made me sad. Shout out to Saudi. Saudi, cut the check. Saudi, please, I will twerk for you like Maria Gagielli and Cardi B for that money. But for that to one side, that is... Yeah, what do you mean, yo? Of course I would. But my thing, though, is put my twerking aside. Neymar in Saudi... That is
yeah, someone clip that, please. This is crazy.
AJ,
I'm not sure that I will do a Maria Gagielli. I will Maria Gagielli for that Saudi money. I'm not ashamed. I will Saudi
AJ,
cut the check. AK, what do you want?
If Kane doesn't win the Bundesliga this year, do we have to have some conversations?
No. He'll be the Class A valedictorian. You know. So
just quickly, is that assist of the season so far for Neymar?
Man, that assist was basic, man. What was that assist of the season? Come on.
With all due disrespect, what I'm saying that because we'll get to the FIFA Best nomination because, bro, anything that any player does in Saudi and MLS, I'm not taking seriously, bro. I'm not. I'm sorry. I refuse to.
Can I speak on the mic?
Okay, no. I'll come to the match. So that's what Adaj, yeah. So let me come to your bro. And also, Adaj, Murphy. Let him score for Nigeria at the World Cup because I told you, don't talk to me about Boniface. Don't talk to me about Wizkid, Davido. Don't talk to me about any of these dudes. Tell Wizkid, Davido, and Burna Boy to get to a freaking World Cup and get an AFCON. I've not forgiven those pricks for what they did to me. So, shout out to your boy Abris Fair. In England, they overhype you, then they overhate you. Oh, yeah. They bring you up and they bring you down. Like with what they did with Bex. Bex was, before that 96 World Cup, Bex was the most loved guy in the world. The guy was loved. After that thing that he did, bro, the abuse that Bex received, Maguire, you think it's bad? The abuse that Bex received, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Zoltan TV, thank you for the Dubinsky. Maguire is a bum-ass loser. No, sorry, but Maguire is a bum. I don't know why he didn't go to West Ham. Again, bro, West Ham were offering you first in football. Swallow your ego. It's failed. Your United thing failed. Mr. Maguire, you will not win back your position. Unless you figure out how to play football and play from the back, which I don't think you can. You're never winning back your position because Ten Hag right now is trying to look for more defenders who can now fully displace you. Because what Ten Hag is saying that, bro, we don't want you. Which is why, that shows your boy Kenny. If Johnny Evans starts ahead of him, Maguire, you have to move in January. They're in good form, I think. I think he would be sold. He would be sold today. Yeah, he would. Ward Prowse would find that slap head on.
I don't think anyone can find that guy's head.
Come on, Zoteng TV. Look, remember mental health. You can't call him slap head or a fridge, so you can't.
He's got a 50 pence head, man.
Yeah. It's fair. Euro 04 was Gerrard and Beck's bottling. Maguire hasn't done anything like that in a huge tournament yet. Also, I don't rate R 9,000 calories. Zidane owns him. Wait, is it? Wait, are you saying about the guy who was a World Cup top scorer? Are you talking about that dude? No, here's what's it called?
Didn't Maguire
you're playing with fire.
France goal?
No, you're playing with fire. Southgate, this is what I said on my video. There's a nightmare scenario. See, a good scenario is Maguire is amazing, England win the Euros. Imagine if England, who are favourites for the Euros, get knocked out because of a Maguire mistake. Southgate, your career has ended, and your career will ultimately be remembered as a failure. And Maguire, your career is finished. Again, that is a very, very unlikely. That is a possible scenario that could be messed up. Messi has been doping since the age of 12. # free Pogba. Okay, we're not going to talk about that.
Or Drogba.
No, let's not. From Abu Jambo, Prime Hazard or Prime Salah for your current team? Prime Hazard. The heck? Of course, Prime Hazard. You're getting goals, assists, technique, Lala, Sasa, and Tata. 100%.
And free Burger King meals.
Tell me what.
Yeah, that too.
Means.
Oh, relax. David C. Leave the Make-A-Wish fridge alone. You see, this is just bullying. That's just bullying. Guys, sorry. What's it called? Mikel Antonio. I did Southgate. This is not me. This is the streets.
To be fair, I think Make-A-Wish would reject him, you know.
No, they would. This is trash. Joshua Jacob, why haven't you put United in Class A yet? No, you see, United are Class C. I think they're Class C for now. I'll put them in Class C for now. Class A is too much. Class A is a bit too much for them. Just 3. Bayern defense is sus. Don't sleep on Eric Ten Hag, sit and cancer. I am putting money United beating.
God.
It's a possible we'll see, but I'm not putting money on Ten Hag. Relax.
Wait.
I'm not putting money on Ten Hag.
Who is going to counter for United? We have no wingers.
Rashford by himself. Rashford and inshallah.
By the way,
Mount
Liverpool
Pelestri.
is a better team.
Mount on the wing.
Wait, hold on. I'm Zorting TV.
United.
HH, I'm crapping my pants. What if the Fridge and Evans starts versus Brighton? We will get penetrated with no lubrication. I always said two hag out front. Now, Zorting, I'm
Too hag is crazy. Now, can you really blame him if he has to be playing Evans?
I'm just waiting for tomorrow because if we lose against Brighton, it's going to be one hog.
Because it keeps on decreasing. Because I swear it was 5 hag like a few weeks ago, bro.
wait till it gets to Bayern Munich on midweek.
So let me say, if they get lubricated by Bayern, is that like -2 hag or something? Okay. Shout out to you. What's it called? Shout out to you, boy. If man, think of the basic scheme. Manny was willing to pay 6 million, but Mag wanted 10 to 15. Again, money grabber. Manny can't sell him for less than 24 mil as to affect Manu's FFP. Ten Hag wanted Pavard, but needed Mag to leave. Oh man, FFP Glazonomics. Mag sabotaged United. Okay, for all those guys saying mental health and let's protect him. So looking at this information now, shouldn't a United fan be angry at Maguire? If because of you stopped United getting a much better defender suited for the system, a United fan shouldn't feel anger towards homeboy? Yeah, so you should feel anger towards him.
He's getting paid about $250K a week. I would take that to get bullied for a year.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, so what's it called? Professor, you wanted to speak on this Mark thing.
Yeah, so guys, I have something to confess here. HH. I don't know if you remember.
Wait, hold on before you go. Mods. Can you please put scroll on timer, please? Just briefly. Can you please put scroll on timer? Just like 2 minutes timer. 2 minutes timer. Just a quick timer. Thank you. That's crazy. Professor, go for it.
Right. So I have something to confess. I don't know if you remember HH back in the summer. I think it was either July or August. I heard a sick, twisted, delusional coworker showed me a tweet that said #fridge to the bridge. And when he said me that when he said guys, relax. When he said me that, I actually engaged physical contact and I went in a disciplinary action. But that aside,
Wait, you actually physically assaulted him?
Yeah, I actually physically assaulted and may have damaged his phone in the process. But besides that disgusting post.
Wait, besides that? Wait, you just incriminated yourself too.
Yeah, we just snitching on. Yeah, that was.
But guys, no, seriously.
Keep going.
I was so upset with that tweet. That tweet was disgusting. It was shambles. And I said to them, we need to put some damn respect on a fridge. What is a fridge? What is a fridge? All right. Merriam-Webster dictionary says a fridge helps to keep something frozen to preserve. What does Maguire preserve? So I need to show some goddamn respect for the fridge, alright? And the person in my house keeps my meat cool. Show some damn respect to the fridge, alright? Don't ever compare the fridge and its capabilities to that white. You know what?
Okay. You know what? Like, let's just
what I think is that it's color tax and nationality tax. I think you guys said it all very well. If this guy was black, if this guy was anything other than English, he would.
No, hold on. Wait, Mods. Can you put Jacob on timer? Let's put Jacob on timer, please.
Okay, no. Let's keep it. I mean, if this guy was. But
not even Saul Goodman could get you out of that.
Not even Jamie Carragher, I'm telling you.
But guys, I mean, I don't want to say, man. This guy, the privilege that these guys experience, and we as the Black brothers and the Black fraternity, are we showing a bit of love when the players do bad? No. They don't show the Black brothers and the Black fraternity any bit of love. But anytime these dudes do their madness and utter rubbish, on what basis are they starting? No, I am old school like HH, and old school is you start games, you play game based on merit. That's how you start games. And this guy it's clear to see that it is not merit that he's starting. He's trash. Like, you can personally say, okay, you mess up here and there, you mess up every now and again. This mess up is on a consistent basis. Someone can't be coincidentally this trash. This is certified trashness. So, if Southgate doesn't act fast, what they say, the thing is, he is also a mad one. So let him continue with this madness. And so when the madness fertilizes and gives birth to triplets, then they will get the two of them the hell out. That's what has to happen. Because person is not going to see it they don't see the signs. Okay, so the bad thing has to happen for them to change. Well, we wait on that time to come when it fertilizes, give birth to triplets, and then get the two of them the hell out. But at the end of the day, HH, I mean, we need to show the Black brothers some love, man.
100%. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me hit this through, and then we have to move. Shout out to Ifman. So in short, Manny spent 100 million net on Mag, screwed Ten Hag's centre-back plans, rejected the West Ham move as he felt West Ham was beneath him. Again, swallow up your ego. All this abuse you're receiving is because of you. Make your choice, deal with the consequences beneath him, and wanted crazy money. Stick up. Yeah, it was a stick up. Many fans have the right to hate him after the summer, and that was the point I was making. So all you guys protecting him. If I'm a Man U fan, and Maguire, you were offered the chance to leave the club and go to a team that could give you first team football in order to help Ten Hag get it because you're not wanted. But you stopped that. As a Man U fan, I can't hate you. I'm sorry, as a Man U fan, I have all the power in the world to hate you. Because you're trash, you're being a detriment to our team, and you're the reason that we've not been able to replace your bum ass. So my thing is, nah, I'm sorry, you're a fridge. And we're going to keep calling you a fridge. And that's what happens there. It is what it is. Shout out to your boy Josh. Do you rate Boniface HH? Also, I love Smart's voice. Shout out to you, Josh. Here's the thing, Josh, it's very simple. Win me an AFCON, win me a World Cup, then I'll rate you. Stop sending me clips of Nigerians doing well for clubs. Do well for the green, white, and green, then we can talk. Osimhen, shout out to you. I had to sit here with the embarrassment of those guys who don't make better jollof than us get into a World Cup ahead of us.
They do.
So I had to allow those fake jollof rice dudes get to the World Cup at our expense. So I'm sorry. What I care about is what you do for the green, white, and green. So, guys,
I can't lie. Neither of you make that great jollof.
Okay, have you tried? Okay. Who makes? No. Okay, who makes the best jollof then?
In my opinion, and this may be a bit of bias, Senegalese jollof.
Senegalese. I knew I was going to say Senegalese. I knew it was going to say Senegalese as well.
No, okay, no, it's true, but Nigeria, no, we do make the best jollof. But I've not tried Senegalese yet. I will try Senegalese, but I will.
It's nice. It's nice.
Hey, Kenny, nice isn't the best. Nice is nice.
No, obviously Nigerian was the better one.
Yeah, Nigeria is the best. Nice. Nigeria is the best, but come on, it's the best. Okay, so let's now move. So now we're still on United, man. J2S, man. Let's talk about Sancho. You see, guys, I think so. I was so okay. Am I still a Hazard FC member? I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, I know. I'm not. No, sorry, I'm not. So here's the thing. I've been a member of Sancho FC, Hazard FC. I'm still the president of R9 FC. So, and I think I'm still part of Kante FC. I've been an FC member of players, but I know when to fold up, hold up, run away, and be like, okay, this investment is bad. Sancho.
Are you sure?
Kenny, am I still repping Hazard? Who else am I still repping? Am I still repping You're
still repping a certain Portuguese man that went back to his ex that cheated on him 3 times.
Kenny, did you see that? Kenny, that's first of all, that is irrelevant to football, so I don't know why you brought that up.
It's very relevant.
No. Yes,
he says a lot about a man. He says a lot about man.
No,
if you go back,
Judge him on his football abilities. Kenny, judge him on his football abilities.
I don't know. No. But you say that he has like the best brain, and obviously that's not a very intelligent decision. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think you think with the brain when it comes to that.
Okay, okay. We're not talking about Facebook. So let's talk on the Sancho. So Jason, let me just set the stage here. Look, my thing here for Sancho is you've messed up. You completely messed up here. You didn't apologize. And for Sancho, again, this is what I said, credit in the bank. You have no credit in the bank. Guys, I was the Sancho guy. And shout out to your boy Danny T. So, for old school football hot guys, Juju man, I did a podcast, Toke Tactics podcast years ago, 2019. This was in 2019 with Juju man. And on that, I said that, bro, I think Sancho is a potential Ballon d'Or podium guy or Ballon d'Or winner. This one was at Dortmund. And I said, don't go to United. Stay out of Dortmund. Refine your skills. Continue to improve. Don't go to United. But this showed that 2019, I was one of Sancho's biggest supporters. Like, man, this guy's a baller. Fast forward to United. And this is what I want to ask people. Is it Ten Hag's fault that Sancho cannot get past the man? He can't dribble past the man. Is it Ten Hag's fault that Sancho has not been effective? Because people on Twitter, they're so stupid. Some guys on Twitter are like posting, they're posting clips and highlights of Sancho when he was at Dortmund. And they said, man, how is he not able to do this and everything? I'm like, oh, so it's Ten Hag's fault that he's not able to get out of Sancho. I'm sorry, no. There is nothing I've seen here where, in terms of the formation of the system, where, oh my gosh, Ten Hag, you are holding him back. You're holding him back. You're playing him in his wrong position. Sancho, there's the man. There's just the defender. Beats him. Gets past him. That's a through ball. It's just not worked out. And sometimes in football, these things happen. So, and this is the thing about it. And this is what I actually want us to even talk about. And Jesus, let me bring you in here. Because we had this debate on the football terrace, and people were like, oh, because this guy on the terrace was like, oh no, this guy hung him out to dry. Let's be very clear here. Ten Hag didn't bring up Sancho. He was asked a question. As he was asked that question, he gave an honest answer. And rather than say, man, why would you hang him out to dry? Would he say, why would Ten Hag say that about him? Even more so, people, we are not on the training ground. We don't know what has happened. So rather than he hung him out to dry, maybe Sancho may have done something for Ten Hag to say that. Guys, do you know what Mourinho did? Mourinho would hang you out to dry for fun. He enjoyed doing that. So my thing is, Ten Hag isn't like Mourinho. So for Ten Hag to do that about Sancho, you have to say, why would he do that? But even more so, when United lost, who said, "Man, I wish we had Sancho"? Who? Not a single person was like, "If we had Sancho, we could have won that game." So Jesus talks to me. Did Ten Hag handle this badly? Is Ten Hag at fault here?
No, he's not at fault, because this is just another issue with the club in general, because we have no structure. There's nothing in place. It's just everything's on the manager, and you have to deal with anything that comes at your face, because it gets asked about ownership, it gets asked about all these court cases we're getting asked, and now he's got players fighting with him, you'd say. I know he took down the post, but we all know why he took that down.
Yeah, I mean, several days later.
Yeah, what kind of message does that send out to you? Because, we're going to bring you back in the squad because you took it down. That's not how it works. Once you've attacked the manager's character, you can't be at the club anymore. I'm sorry. Back in the old school, if that happened to Fergie, you're gone. First thing, out the door. I don't care. Because look what Roy Keane did. He criticised the players stuff, and Fergie was like, that's it, end of career. Yapstam, the whole stuff in the biography, that's it, you're done. But what a manager nowadays brings a bit of sternness to a squad. We can't have that. We can't have that. The main thing we criticised Ollie for was he's too soft. He doesn't punish the players when they do bad. What's Ten Hag done? Stripped Maguire with the captaincy. He dropped Rashford when he was late for training. He's pushed a lot of the deadwood out the squad. He gave Sancho time off. He sent him to the mountains. He gave him a whole half a year off. He came back and he was worse. How does that, as YSK says, he failed Razal Ghul. He's the only one. How does that happen?
So why do you think it hasn't worked out for Sancho? Is it just a mainly football thing, or do you think there's something deeper there? Why do you think we didn't even see anything close to this guy at Dortmund?
I think the league's too fast for him, because what we saw in that Bundesliga was, I don't know what kind of frames they use in Bundesliga. Is it Zimmer frame? Because every time you see him, he actually used to drill past his man, beat him, cross it in. Because you had Haaland and you had Royce with him as well at the time. But in the Premier League, it looks so slow. He can't run it. He looks like he's running backwards when he runs forwards.
Yeah.
Even his passing, very slow. He's not interlinked with... he hasn't got a relationship with Rashford or Garnacho or any of the strikers that have come in. Shown nothing. And then I don't think he fits the Premier League in general. I think he needs a slower league, a more technical league. Like if you went if you went to La Liga, because La Liga is a bit more technical and it's not as fast as Premier League, maybe you'd work there. Or go back straight. If you went back to the Bundesliga, you'd work there.
Yeah, or are the flank defenders, are the right backs and left backs just better in the Premier League than, because Bundesliga is fast. It is fast, but I think that are the defenders just smarter and more skilled than the Bundesliga, because so all those moves and tricks that worked in Bundesliga, they don't work on these defenders in the Premier League. Because my thing is that, bro, I've not seen Sancho beat a single man or get past a single man for United, and he was doing this for fun at Dortmund.
Yeah, and I think also like his personal issues have coincided with it. It's a match of both, because we've heard the alleged stories what happened like to his friend and stuff like. Maybe that happened, and obviously that's going to damage someone's career because they've only just joined. And the whole manager situation hasn't helped him, because he was here with Ollie, but then he never got picked, and then Ollie's got sacked. Then Radek came in, then really got picked. Then we just changed so many systems, and he doesn't fit what Ten Hag's trying to do. He's not a Ten Hag player.
No.
I know Anthony gets criticised a lot, but he fits what Ten Hag wants. Rashford fits what Ten Hag wants, like pace and power. I know.
And also like the streets also say that like defending as well. Like that thing of tracking back here is very important, and he doesn't track back as well as Anthony does. Artist, what do you think about this whole Sancho thing, man, and how Ten Hag has handled it?
First off, big up Sir Jim, man. The rumors are true that Sir Jim apparently dunked on PSG today. I don't quite understand how, but it is what it is. So big up, my man. The potential United buyer in Sir Jim, man. Big up, man. You know. So
wait, so Artist, so you're now going from is it the Qataris that were?
I'm at the point where I don't care.
Yeah, it was Qatar.
It's not the Glazers.
No, but technically Sir Jim dunked on guitar.
Yeah.
Actually, Sir Jim dunked on.
Oh yeah. No. So maybe that's actually sending a message. That's
exactly.
No. I'm beating you on the pitch and also beat you in the takeover. So, the Cliff man. Shout out to the Cliff. Shout out to the Cliff man.
Cliff man, yeah. It's not looking good for PSG on Tuesday, man. It's not. Anyway, put that aside.
Wait. Actually, okay. Well, let's just put this aside. I'll just put this out there, guys. You know where I'm gonna go.
There you go.
Ernest, you know where I'm gonna go.
I know you.
Because if you can't beat the Nice Biscuits, guys, if Mbappe is in the Europa League, guys, I think the football art is finished. If Mbappe is in the Europa League, I think football is done. It's done.
Finished. You are finished. You are finished.
Yeah, you are finished. Yeah. No. I think
there's going to be a new host.
But see, that's it. I will officially disband Mbappe FC if PSG are in the Europa League.
I think they will qualify. I think they'll qualify.
Kenny.
Yeah.
No, Kenny. Yeah, sure. No, they will. Sure. It was Kenny. What I'm saying though is, can Mbappe do it in a rainy night in Newcastle? That's what I'm saying. But Ardes, talk to me, Sancho.
He actually played well. He's got nice goals, bro.
Yes, they lost to Nice at home, but I mean they're not going to lose to Dortmund at home. Come on, let's it is.
Yeah, sure.
Do you see Dortmund?
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, sure. Shout out to Marlon. Yeah. So Ardes, what Sancho?
Yeah, I think Jatos has already covered the points. I've spoken about this before. Okay, so a few quick points. I want to be succinct. Point number one, as you already said, HH, people seem to make it sound like he outright humiliated him and disgraced him in public, etc. To be honest, this was done in the post-match. When do people watch post-match press conferences? Who watches them? I didn't even know that Ten Hag said those comments until Jadon Sancho actually responded to those comments on Instagram. And when I actually went to see what Ten Hag said, he was actually asked about McTominay and Sancho. So he was asked, why aren't McTominay and Sancho in the squad today? So harmless question. He was like, okay, McTominay's due to an illness, and Sancho just felt they wasn't up to the level of training. That's what he picked. So when I hear that, I'm like, okay, fair enough. Maybe next week he will be, or maybe there's something in training where that he was late or tired or whatever it is. I just didn't feel like he was looking part of my best squad today. And to be honest, I don't think if Sancho plays at Arsenal, he does that. He does much. So, and then he responds. And it's like, and for all the young men watching, so I was taught this especially in my medical career, in an environment where like you actually are, where unfortunately you get humiliated in front of people as part of training on a not unfrequent basis in medical training. So it's not as it's supposedly part of learning culture, but it is what it is. And I was taught from a young age when training was like, learn, to respond, not to react. So by that I mean it's that you wait. When you're angry, don't react, just respond. Okay, take your time, and then before you do that, then you respond. Because as we all know, with subsequent events that happened in this sort of social media, Netflix, United FC this week, had Jadon Sancho waited 24 hours. He sees what happens to Anthony, doesn't say anything. It's like, I'm going to go and play the best of them, because chances are I'm going to get far more game time until this Anthony situation has happened.
Yes.
And then if he does perform as he does, he probably, it makes it a difficult conversation for Ten Hag to just drop him. Or at the very least, you think other clubs are thinking, well, if Sancho's not getting games, someone looks particularly good, maybe we can go in for him and maybe test United's resolve in January in the summer. That's what logically you should do. That's the wise thing to do. But unfortunately, Jadon Sancho, I mean, he's still only 23. He's still a kid in my book.
He's 23?
He's 23. So he's still a kid. People he's been around for long, but he's still only 23.
Wow.
So he's still in that kind of young mindset of like, I'm the best in the world. I'm earning, $300K plus a week. I should be playing this, that type of sort of thing, that he doesn't really recognize that. So at the end of the day, unfortunately, he's put himself into a situation where it's like, I didn't take the post down when I should have. I disrespected the manager and called him a liar. I'm refusing to apologize to the guy. Jaden, if you're listening to this and watching, just think of how exactly this list looks. Even for those granted who say Ten Hag was wrong, okay, fine. Even though I'd make a case that I don't know where this player bias comes to because of what he did to Maguire, what he did to Ronaldo, etc., etc. And also the fact that he preferred Dallo for 6 months. Wan-Bissaka did nothing, and he's now in the first team. So I don't know what you're talking about. Van der Beek is a fellow Dutch player, and he played with him at Ajax, and he prefers McTominay over him. So I don't really get the whole he's biased towards players types of thing if you take those players into account. But if you're Sancho right now, you're thinking, at the end of the day, how does this look? Because if you look at likes of Pogba, look at likes of Neymar, as much as those players are incredibly talented, you are on 300k a week. If you want to leave the club, which big club is going to buy you, brother? Okay, at best, you might go out on loan to a mid-table team, maybe a Forest, etc. Because you know how they're signing players. You go out on loan. Forest aren't going to pay your wages. They might pay maybe a quarter of them, but they're not gonna play them. So you're in a situation now where you're like, your options are limited because big clubs and managers aren't going to look at this and go, they're going to look and go, this is a disruptive player. Okay, we don't want to disrupt Bayern Munich, Manchester City, Real Madrid, Barcelona, etc. This is a disruptive player who's on high wages. Why would we want to sign you?
Wait. Artists, can you respond to this? Is there any truth in this? Lied to Sancho in preseason when he wanted to leave.
He lied to Sancho in preseason when he wanted to leave, that he will get game time. Lied him down here. I mean, I don't know how do you know that he lied? Where's this coming from? And on top of that, when you say that Sancho wants to leave, where did Sancho express that he wanted to leave the club?
And there were reports that he did want to leave. It's just they couldn't find a fee for him.
But all this reports, is there any hard evidence that this 100% happened? I wanted to leave and Ten Hag blocked.
He wanted to.
Ten Hag didn't block it.
Okay, wait, artist.
What's your point? Okay, because that's like, okay, but even if that's the case, even if this is the thing, yeah, there are reports that Pogba wanted to leave. Cool, great. Again, I go to my point. Sancho is on 300k a week. Okay, I think it's got maybe 2, maybe 3 more years left. I think. No club, okay, is going to cover those wages. Look at freaking De Gea is still waiting for a club. Why? Because he demands high wages. Okay, Juve signed Pogba on a free, enough said. Anyway, the point is, any big club, when you see what you're seeing now at Manchester United, are you honestly thinking they're going to take a risk, pay a transfer fee, and then pay those wages? No. So what's going to happen is, Jaden, unfortunately, you're going to basically be at Manchester United. You might have loans like Lukaku, loans to in Italy, loans to Spain, loans to etc. But you're still going to be under contract at Manchester United because no one's going to cover your fees. You're going to see out your contract, and then because you're still young, fair enough, you might be able to go to another club and they'll take you on a free. But if you're expecting a big club, and if you're expecting a big club to pay the wages that you're on now, you're having a laugh. That's not going to happen if you keep playing this way. So at the end of the day, regardless of whether you say that you disagree with Ten Hag or not, Sancho doesn't have any leverage at all in this situation. And at the end of the day, so at the end of the day, he has no leverage in a situation, and he's only played himself. And unfortunately, agents, and I think this is the key thing about this monoculture compared to now, is that unlike before, during your sort of keen thing era, the issue is agents are the ones that now do the talking for players. Agents are the ones that big them. Agents are the ones that say, you're better than this, push for a move. Because, of course, they're motivated by money. If Sancho's agent gets a massive move somewhere, his agent's going to get paid X, Y, and Z. They don't actually have the genuine best interest of the player at heart to make proper, wise, and sensible decisions. And unfortunately, a lot of these young players coming through now are surrounded by toxic people, toxic agents that make them do crap like this that they'll later regret later on in their careers. But that's my 2 cents.
So who wants to jump in on this whole Sancho thing?
Can I speak on this?
I'll go after JTS if that's okay.
JTS, Kenny, then my name is JTS.
Just that guy before, he had a profile picture of Speed, so that's enough said. And then the whole dropping a player for a manager. So Pep Guardiola's dropped Cancelo. Do you see Manchester City fans bitching and complaining about it? Arteta dropped Aubameyang, who was the biggest wage at Arsenal. He gave him trophies and stuff, etc. His top scorer and stuff, Golden Boot, etc., etc. Yes, they complained, but are they complaining now? Are they in a better situation now? I don't see them still complaining about the Aubameyang situation. So why is it when it comes to Man United, certain fans say, "Oh, he should be given time. He should be played more." And the whole thing about him lying in the sun about transfer stuff. Yeah, you played okay in preseason. You didn't set the world alight in preseason. You scored 1 goal against Arsenal. Real Madrid were poor. Can't remember any of the games. Lyon, Nice, all those games.
But just you know what it is though. It's the Sancho FC people.
Yeah,
and I think Rance is president of that association. so because of the Sancho FC people, the player is always right, and you must always and once you're an FC member, nothing will let you see anything differently. And the only way that you can sort of convince those FC guys is if you somehow win a trophy or do or succeed without the player.
Nicholas Jackson was balling in preseason. Are you saying that is he the future for Chelsea going forward as a number 9?
Yeah, Modric scored for them in preseason as well. So what are we saying about that?
Preseason means nothing. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me come to Kenny there. My name is Kenny. Talk to me.
These stands of players, like these guys are diseased, man, for this club.
Yes.
Like, this is crazy.
No, and also, Kenny, before you go, nope, this is not Kenny. This one that can never prove me of. Yes, I have been a Hazard FC member. I was like a partial Marshall FC member, and I've been many members of these FC teams. I have never been in a position where I now go on and insult a manager if a manager has sort of his authority has been sort of usurped or a player has disrespected his authority. Because as much as I've been in front of a player, I always respect the decorum of the dressing room. Sorry, continue.
But yeah, and especially like for a guy like Ronaldo went on his track well. Like he was in the wrong. At least I can see like these guys done stuff in the game. Exactly. You can say, you know what, maybe I see your stuff. Like Sancho, you've done nothing in the game, and way less for Manchester United.
I mean,
like what have you done?
He sat down Milner. That's about it.
I said, like, what have you done? Like, obviously you're on 200k, yeah, it's cool, but what have you done? You've done nothing. Like, I don't know what you think you were doing, yeah. And like RDS said, look at you. Now you're looking silly because if you would have waited 24 hours, what happened? You would have had your chance. But now you wanted to act like Twitter finger or Instagram finger. Just quickly have to respond to it. Someone attacked me. Like really, just silliness. Stupid. And probably now you just deaded your career at United. Now your career is done.
No, it's right. Like, you see, my thing though is where does Sancho go from here? Because my thing is that Dortmund is so far away. What club will want to go in for Sancho?
I mean, he is a Chelsea fan, and you need a winger.
Wait, he's still
no. Okay, hold on. He's still Our quarter is 22 and under. That's our quarter. Our quarter is 22 and under. So
he's 25 and under, and he's 23. He's going to reach his prime. Exactly. And don't forget, he can change his hair as well. He can change his hair.
Exactly right.
Look, Boli. Guys, this is why I'm not worried. Boli has been in a Twitter space and he used to Twitter. I swear, if Alex Goldberg, Nini or Con FC or any of these dudes say bring Sancho to the bridge and it comes to the bridge, you know what?
Or HH,
let me go to Money May. Talk to me, Sancho.
Wait, quickly, let me finish on the Sancho. If Sancho, if you're listening to this or the right people around you, you better go back to Ten Hag, apologize. Go and apologize, man. Just apologize. And yeah, obviously he's going to look bad and all that stuff. But at least right now, if you apologize, you still have a chance. The other guys right now, they're not available. May I just apologize and then you will get game time.
Do you still think that it's been so long, do you think he's gonna if you've not apologized for this long, do you think he still will? Because my thing is, it's true. Apologize and do it in public. But I think it's been so long that I don't think this dude, because I'm actually shocked. Because I didn't know. I'm shocked that tweet was pinned for that long and he didn't apologize. Money Mace, talk to me, bro. Money Mace. Money Mace. You there? All right, what's it called?
Can I say something on this?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, HH, can I also after that?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah. HH, to be honest, if you asked a very important question, which is, where do you see Sancho going from here? To be honest with you, HH, I think it's going to be a thing where his agent is going to push for, and this is me thinking outside the box, to be honest with you guys. I think his agent is going to push to use the mental health and probably depression as a form of an escape route. It might be an interview that might be coming out soon, and he might, use the same lane as Dele Alli. I'm not saying that Dele Alli didn't have mental issues. We saw it, but I think that's only going to be the logical thing to do, because I don't see Sancho being the kind of person who would actually apologize, HH. And I'll tell you why I come to this conclusion. In the time in our history of watching transfers, every time that we've seen a player that was touted by a lot of clubs, for instance, when Sancho was in Dortmund, I think Chelsea wanted him, Man United wanted him, and a few other big clubs wanted him. From the way a player, and it's not only him, we can go down the list with Alvaro Morata, Higuain. I can see like a trend. If you know a player is not going to do well, how do you know? Because they're very indecisive in terms of what they want to do or which club they want to go to next. There's always some sort of complication that tends to be happening when it comes to their transfers. You'll see them agreeing personal terms here and then jumping and joining another club there. And you can even add Lukaku in the mix. So in terms of Jadon Sancho, HH, I think his career in Man United is over. Because I think the reason why he actually came to Man United is because he was seen as the quote-unquote golden boy at that time.
Yeah.
And being the golden boy, he thought that, I think maybe his agent also have something to do with this, because we know he was young when he came to Man United. And I think that he must have thought that if I'm going to be the main boy or the golden boy of United, then they're going to build a team around me. And when things didn't work out in his favor, this is just him having a hissy fit, HH. That's what I personally think. And players, actually, you can even add Harry Quagmire into the list as well. If you really think about these players, HH, I think it's a thing where they don't understand that there's something called cause and effect. If you don't perform, or if you don't actually, I would say, justify the price that you was sold or bought for, then there is no point of us even talking about this. I mean, Man United is one of the biggest clubs in the world, HH. And for them to have these kind of issues ongoing is also going to be an issue for Ten Hag. Because look how many, I think, and this is not a jab on Man United, RDS and J2S. This is actually the truth. I think you guys have more news coming out of you this year than wins.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So it's Ten Hag.
Yeah.
So Ten Hag have to actually put his foot down and make serious decisions.
Well,
and if players like
just to add to your point, it's just that if you look at the embargoed section of the recent press conference that Ten Hag did, and when he was asked, if you look specifically, he was asked just regarding that situation. He said, I think he was asked the basic question: are you basically too strict, or do not give leeway, etc., etc. And what he said, to paraphrase, was basically, you can find on Laurie Whitwell's Twitter page. He basically it was like, no, you got it wrong. I was asked by Manchester United because before I came to the club, there was a no good culture. I was asked to come in and set standards and set responsibilities. Before the club came in, there wasn't a good culture. And if you think that everyone is okay, yeah, the players are talking about the fans are talking about Sancho, the media's talking about Sancho. The players aren't really talking about Sancho, not discussing it, because they know essentially what my standards are. Hence why, the Rashford situation, he spends it, so they know that.
But seriously, artists, it's actually simpler than that. It's about wins. Nobody said anything when Fergie threw a boot at Bex, and he saw Bex with a cut afterwards. But the reason why, and Fergie was, look at what Fergie did to Stan. Fergie was strict. But why did no one say anything? Because he won. There's still United fans who are not fully on board with Ten Hag. with regards to results or what they expect from him, even though you won a trophy and came third last season.
Exactly.
So my thing though is, for those guys who are not on board with him, anything that he does that is strict, they use it for a stick to beat him with. If United were winning trophies, we're doing amazingly, then you being strict is fine. Don't be surprised by how much leeway a manager is given if they're actually winning. The issue with this is because there is a section of United fans who are not happy with Ten Hag.
That's fair, but the thing I'd say that section of United fans is that when do we become a club where, like, you know, where a player doesn't have to do anything in terms of achieve anything, and you get this level sort of support? Like, I was watching, someone sent me a tweet about like Park Ji-sung, and I think it was Rooney. Yeah, Rooney was talking about Park Ji-sung, was saying that if you ask people about Park Ji-sung today, people, because of a recency bias, will assume that Park Ji-sung was some sort of average football player. I'd argue he's one of the best players that South Koreans ever produced, and he was was arguably almost close to being world class with what he was doing in his position. But because he achieved, and he helped United achieve some of our greatest achievements. But somehow these days we're like, oh wait, because as Jada has said, he sat down Alisson and Milner. Somehow now it's like what is the credit?
No. Do you want to know? This is very, very simple. You see, my thing is, when certain fans get attached to a dream, they find it very hard to let go of that dream. So, Sancho FC. Once Sancho FC was brought to United, oh my gosh, this is Sancho, one of our guys, you know, he's got technique, he's got swag, boom, he's going to bring back that kind of lala to United. And when he doesn't ball out and it doesn't work out, you've invested so much, it's hard for you to accept that it hasn't worked out. So, oh my gosh, no. Blame. Who can I blame for why my dream has not been fulfilled? Because they find it so hard to detach them from their dream. But anybody who understands football is sometimes that's for football. Sancho is still an extremely talented player. That's a fact. He's still talented. But sometimes talent ain't enough in football. It's about your work ethic, the system, the manager, the environment. No, please.
Talent enough.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
please, don't. Yeah, just
I was going to say, just on that point, these same fans that are Sancho, like the rants, etc., they criticise Ten Hag for being harsh. These are the same fans that criticise Ollie for being weak.
Exactly.
Team selections, constantly picking the Maguires, the Rashards, etc.
But what I don't understand is this: that and this was why I was arguing with the guy on the terrace. What evidence is there that he hung Sancho out to dry? What evidence is there that he's picking on it? Because do you know the things that annoys me? That is why see Sancho was being tricky. And that is now the beauty and I think the harshness of social media, and why social media I think is ultimately bad. As what Christian was even referring to. See, Sancho knows Sancho FC exists. Of course he knows it exists because he reads Twitter. So he's like, let me put out a statement. Let me win over some sympathy. So by putting out that statement, that is fuel to the Sancho FC guys. So they can say, Ten Hag, what are you hiding? What are you hiding from Sancho? So look, because they will always believe the player, even if morons, you went freaking there. You're not at the freaking trading ground. But by putting on that statement, Sancho FC cannot use it as say, Ten Hag, you're hiding something from us. Ten Hag, you're being too harsh on it, because you will always side with the player than the manager. Because nobody is fans of managers as much as they're fans of players. Sorry, go ahead. You want to finish up on? Go ahead.
Yes. You made a perfect point there. Because as we all know, this is the problem with certain fans especially. It's a thing where history always repeats itself. I mean, we remember what happened with Caicedo when he spoke about his 10 siblings. It was his agent that made that move for him. So Sancho FC fans, you guys have to actually think logically and get out of your emotions and say to yourself, don't you think that his agent could be behind that tweet to actually garner sympathy? Realistically.
Exactly.
Yeah, he can go to Piers Morgan's if he wants.
Realistically, because this think about it, right? Because agents.
No. And here's my thing. You see, and I think someone even mentioned it on the streets as well. You're not a child at 23. You're not a child. Guys, I'm sure now some of you may not be 23 years, but I'm sure some of you may have already been 23. 23, you're not a fucking child.
I'm 23.
Oh, you're 23.
Especially when he's been in football that long. Like these guys, it's not like a newcomer.
Kenny, perfectly. So Kenny is 23. So Kenny, are you saying that at 23 years old, Sancho can be so heavily influenced by his agents, and we should now put the blame much more on his agents rather than Sancho having agency to choose the agents and choose what you want to say? Or is 23 too young? And 23 is too young age for where you can be influenced by an agent?
No, all these agent talk, it's for me, it's excuses for these players. Like, even sometimes when they make the bad move, always the agent. Obviously, the agent. At the end of the day, it's your decision. Like the agent didn't put a gun to your head and tell you to do what you're gonna do. It's your you can tell him not to do that. So I'm tired of hearing this excuse of it's always the agent and all that stuff.
No, but
and like you're 22, you're not. No, I know that, but the guy. I understand, but the guy's 23 and he's been in football for years, and he's been like a top guy for years. Like this is excuses for this, like for these all his agents. Yeah, his agent let's give his agent maybe 10%. Most of it is Sancho, man.
But wait, hold on. Before I continue, let me just quickly get this job and come to you back. So shout out to your boy If a month. He deserves no sympathy from all their hates. He's screwed Man U and gets sorry. This is back to the Maguire thing. So this is the Maguire. He deserves no sympathy from all the hates. He screwed Man United and gets an England spot by being Southgate's son. UK media doesn't get that. The more they try to defend the first player, the fans will hate him even more. My thing here is, England, you're doing yourself a disservice, because here's my thing. Maguire is never going to be a starter for United. I pray that Maguire and Evans starts against Brighton. I'm praying for that because, bro, that's just content. I'm praying for that.
No.
RDS, the streets wants Maguire and Evans. We demanded the streets demanded. RDS, no, the streets demand Maguire and Evans to start.
And then also not just that.
Demand the Chelsea L as well.
We also want Maguire to start at the Allianz.
He's not going to start.
We need that.
He's not.
No, but it's true. Like my thing though is, Southgate, you're just going to make it worse for you, but it's going to make it worse for you. But so, who else wants to touch on this whole Sancho?
HH, can I?
So, AK and Elijah, then Ziman. AK, go for it.
I mean, I don't know what this guy is doing. I have no idea. I think there has to be a bigger conversation regarding these new gen players in social media, because they use it to to have what's the word? I don't know.
No. It's very simple. Echo chambers. So remember, before social media, you knew you had fans, but you didn't have the kind of quick communication with people who were fans of you. But now on social media, million of our followers, you can type your name, like Sancho can type his name on Twitter and look at comps. Man, Sancho's amazing. Oh, look at what he did at Dortmund. Oh, this guy's going to cook. So you know of the fans out there. So you can feed the sheep and feed those guys who worship you very easily, more now than before social media. Crazy.
Yeah, so it's just this guy trying to boost his own ego and trying to say, oh, I think I should start. I think I deserve to start. When Ten Hag said, you're not good enough for this team. And I've seen people online say, oh, what's going to happen? We don't have Sancho. We don't have Anthony. We don't have any other wingers. Sancho and Anthony weren't doing anything anyways for United. Why? This is not a bad thing. Yeah. This gives somebody who probably worked hard behind the scenes, who we know nothing about. But the guy we know nothing about might be more deserving than either Sancho or Anthony to get into Manchester United's right wing. So this isn't something wrong for United. This is a player who is evidently way too big for his boots and way too big for what evidently he thinks something that he is not. And he is getting the repercussions for it. And I don't understand. The Sancho FC fanboys, for me, they place so much value on what the player does with the ball at his feet, when football is only about 10% of that. You have to have some sort of, you have to earn the right to play on the pitch.
No. But okay, no. Let's play their game. ball at your feet. When the ball has been at Sancho's feet, what has he done at United?
That's another question as well. I mean, he hasn't done anything there. But even before that, you have to earn the right to be on the pitch. Sancho has never earned the right to be on the pitch because he is, even off the ball, even his body language. This guy doesn't look like he wants to win. This guy doesn't look like he wants to drag United to the victory like he was brought into. This guy just wants to go through the motions, get his 350k a week, and just live his life. If you're that type of footballer, you don't deserve to play for United. You can go to, I don't know, you can go to Aston Villa, Tottenham, go back to Dortmund. They're a brick club, and you can earn your money, and you can live the happy life you want. You can't do that at a big club, and that's what. And I think the best thing here is he just has to leave at the moment. He's clearly mentally not set for a big club. That's a simple fact. Mentally, this guy is not set.
What's it called? Elijah then Zima. Elijah, what you said?
Hey, just before I start, can you zoom into my AVI?
All right. I believe that is me eating a meal.
Yes, HH, I got fries. I got 10-piece wings from Wingstop.
Oh, what type of wings?
I got
buffalo wings.
I did Hawaiian.
What are we talking about?
I did Hawaiian and garlic parmesan. I got ranch and blue cheese. I got some water. I got fruit punch. So HH, I'm feasting. HH, I am
garlic parmesan. What type of mixes is that?
Kenny, it's America, but it's America. Anything goes. Anything goes.
It's
I don't wonder they're fat.
JSOS, don't
relax.
Well, I'm not saying him particularly. I'm just saying the nation.
Shout from.
Is anybody surprised by this? Why are people surprised? HH, I've come to the.
No, but Elijah, I don't know where you're going with this though, but Ten Hag isn't to blame for this.
No,
like. For me, this is the case because this is the case of, oh my gosh, what's happening at United? My thing is that Ten Hag did nothing wrong. My thing is a guy isn't training well, isn't acting well, you don't get picked for the squad because I have to uphold the standards. And he now goes and complains on social media. Sorry, you're out.
You also got to look at it like this. Panel and guys, please tell me if I'm wrong. Could we be wrong to say that Ronaldo was right? In terms of standards for players, not the manager, the players.
For me, Ronaldo, he had a point. Because because his points of where people's obsession with social media,
exactly,
and where their priorities lie, yes,
exactly. Problem is, I think a lot of guys in our generation. I'm 24, so me and Sancho is really close in age, Kenny, stuff like that. But the problem with some of our generation doesn't know how to put our head down and grind for things. I'm not saying that Sancho didn't do that, but right now that's what he's giving me. That tweet was very unnecessary. If your coach is telling you that you're not doing so great, why aren't you doing something to prove him wrong? What does a tweet on social media have to do? It's not doing it. If anything, it makes you look more like a villain. It makes you more villainous out of this. Ten Hag.
I don't know. Expand on that though. What? So do you? Because I think
you did not. So HH.
No. I mean, to your point of guys of a generation. So because I was just trying to do the math. So 22, 20, 23.
So kids born
12, 13. Social media was popping off for you guys. Yeah. So my thing though is, what does that really do for guys in your generation of 22, 23, 24, where I can always use social media as a way to quickly interact.
It's all about
just say the millennials.
Yeah, it's all about. Honestly, it's more about clout than it is putting in hard work. Let's be honest.
You've been to Instagram. You've seen all that.
Yeah, it's all about clout. I feel like honestly, Jadon Sancho put this on so he could be able to garner clout with his people. And the problem is, though it's a different sport, but my coaches also tell me you don't air out in public what's going on in the dressing room.
So that's right. It's Gen Z. They say it's Gen Z. You guys are Gen Z.
Gen Z, and then the kids that are right now, say mid 2000s on, are a different group. but you don't air out what's in your dressing room into the public.
No,
so this
never.
basically that's the biggest mistake he made. Biggest mistake was putting out the dressing room business in the ether. That's the issue. Me personally, if I was Ten Hag, I would literally start looking at possibly either getting rid of his contract or sending him on loan. I don't think the idea of sending him to the Sambisa Forest in the Netherlands is helpful.
No. And I think if I was Ten Hag, I would look just to part ways fully.
I know. I'd look for mutual consent departure because, if anything, you're adding more toxicity into the locker room. The locker room is already toxic as it is. I mean, you already got dudes that are beating their wives and whatnot.
Elijah, sorry, do you need to?
This is all alleged. This is all alleged.
Allegedly.
So just Elijah, do you need to replace your smoke battery protector?
Yeah, I'm here.
Put this. Can you put this generation in the British?
Your wings are smoking.
I don't know. No, that was now. Good lady, we heard that. Good lady, we heard that.
Actually, no, good lady, come on. I don't.
No. It's the wings.
His wings set up the smoke alarm.
The wings have made me forget things. The wings have made me forget about it. I didn't.
Well, all I said that, Elijah, like, we're not having you engulfed in flames on.
Oh no! I'm getting it changed tonight.
All I'm saying is that this hanger is not going to be used as evidence of Elijah being turned into things.
No. I've already been through a house fire before, so I know what that's like.
Okay, all right.
I was gonna say, if me personally, I'm just speaking based off of my pro years of playing rugby and stuff. I'm playing semi-professionally now, but I look at like what coaches tell us, and you can operate that in all forms of sports. Like you don't put your team's private business on the ether, and that's a disgrace. That's literally what he did, and that's something I'm very unhappy about. Another thing is I just don't think the coach is saying you don't practice hard enough. Well, bro, start practicing harder.
Yeah,
put it in. And the problem is our generation has a hard time with putting in effort. That's the issue.
I don't think he can practice harder. I mean, have you seen him do push-up and press-ups in training?
Oh yeah, I've seen
those
that.
clips.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you see, because that's why, like, I do feel that again. I wish I asked the guy on the terrace how old he was, because he was like adamant that Ten Hag sort of held him out to dry and things. I said, wait a minute, maybe it's because it's like an age thing. I say, he said you don't work hard enough, you don't train hard enough. How is your response? You now go onto Twitter and post something which you know is going to garner the praise of Sancho FC, because my thing is very simple. If your manager says that in a press conference when he was asked the question, go to him in private and say, "Yo, what up?" Like, why? And here's the thing: there must be a reason why Ten Hag said that. But whatever the reason is, go to him in private and be like, "Yo, this will happen." By putting that out into Twitter, you're making the manager look bad. And you know what you're doing.
So just one quick. I don't even think it's effort. I just think guys nowadays, like, they respond. They can't take criticism.
Constructive criticism is it's a form of hating nowadays.
One quick thing is that, like, even again, if I'm going to give, because obviously everyone in the panel generally presumably agrees that Sancho's in the wrong here, but even I'm going to give Sancho at least a small benefit of the doubt here, if he's going to post that thing and basically, then he might as well spit it all out. He might as well say, listen, whether it's because I've got mental health issues or whether it's because he feels like club, you might as well say out there so people at least know, so people can go, oh right, okay, I see what it is. Because the problem with even his post was that he kept it cryptic. It was like, he essentially called out Ten Hag saying, I'm a scapegoat, but then he says, I can't get into what it is that was going on. So it's like, okay, so what you've done by that is basically you've killed two birds with one stone in a wrong way, in that you called out your manager and basically ruined your career at United, but you've not actually given people the information to at least. And
also, I just let me even add to that. This is the era of information and the era of leaks. If there was something that Ten Hag may have done or something, are you saying that something would not have been leaked by a player in the dressing room?
Why can't you leak it out via your press agency?
No. I'm not even saying that. I'm saying, let's say that Ten Hag was in the wrong and he unjustifiably didn't let you go through something, someone in the dressing room would have your back and be like, yo, you know what, this is what happened and everything. We've not heard anything from the dressing room of how what Ten Hag did was wrong.
All we're hearing is this dude turned up late to the point that the manager has to basically set a personalized schedule to try and get him to come in earlier because the guy was sleeping in.
This is the problem of our generation. We're actually mentally challenged.
Oh wow! Okay, Ziman, talk to me.
At that point, he doesn't have a standard for himself. Then,
there we go. For me, if it's about latest, that's me. Wait, hold on. Let me call Ziman. Stop saying Ziman.
Yeah. By the way, boneless swings are abomination, bro. You need that bone in
Ziman, can you please? Anyway, none of that. Boneless Ziman Sancho. Okay. Ziman, can you talk Sancho, please? Thank you.
Anyway, this whole Sancho fiasco. Listen, man. A part of it is just like, I'm getting tired of these player FC. And this is what happens when fans keep defending a player to the point where they put the player on top of the club. It's almost as if they...
So, let me just quickly quit this job because this job is stupid. Albert, I think I should put you in timeout for this. So, shout out to Albert Cardenius. How many more cases before Mani FC becomes allegedly FC?
Oh, jeez.
I mean, we have 3, so that's something.
Ziman, continue.
Yeah. No, my whole thing with the Sancho thing is the fact that, like, this is the problem with majority of players in this era. Like, majority of fans, these players have brands and these players are protective of their brands, but at the same time, you have fanatics of a player to the point where, you know, they end up just... They end up siding with the player more so than the institution itself or the manager, and they come up with excuses on a consistent basis. And this is something that's just common in the modern game. Like, let's be honest, like a majority of the big fan bases tend to have within it a fan base that supports player FC, that are so divided to the point where they just hang on to this guy for dear life, and anything he does wrong, they always look for excuses. And I kind of feel like this whole Sancho thing, it's like, if you're going to put up a statement like that, then come up with like evidence of that. Like, I don't think you should be putting up statements like that and then be cryptic, and then you have your fan base all of a sudden trying to back you, even though they don't know what's going behind in the locker room. And these same fan bases will be complaining about players like Maguire being given chances, players like, you know, Antonio, and they'll be complaining about those type of players, you know, for them giving too much chances.
Who? Who's Antonio?
This dude keeps thinking that Antonio's name is Antonio. And nowadays, he's the only person on earth who calls me Antonio. Ziman is the only person. Ziman is the only man on earth who calls it Antonio. But Ziman, keep cooking. Ziman, do you? Ziman, do you?
Yeah, but again, it's. I mean, let's look at Greenwood. You know, this guy is on the verge of being like the top seller for Getafe jerseys.
I don't know. He's done it. He's achieved it.
I'm telling you.
Hold up.
Wait, what?
We're back to normal.
I'm telling you, I'm sick of these players FC, and I'm sick. This is exactly.
Hold on. So do you know what's so crazy? Do you know that? You know, Man United in Pigeon, the Nigerian thingy. Do you know that they're actually going to do a player watch of Greenwood? This says they're actually going to cover Greenwood's entire tenure at Getafe. I'm like, do
Getafe sell jerseys abroad?
Yeah, well,
now they will.
They will.
I mean, no, they will sell to one country.
No. Basically, Getafe are working on a direct transit to Lagos right now of Greenwood's jerseys.
I mean, at least that'll improve your economy.
Yeah, Zima is relaxed. Zima, it would actually. It would. Zima, talk to me. Kenny, it's not funny.
Yeah, but aren't like some Man United fans just tired of these like players FCs, and every single time they back the player ahead of the manager and it's never worked out? At some point, you just have to cut it out. Just be like, you know what? At some point, you have to back the manager and the institution ahead of the individual players. And I don't think these players can see that. Although, if Sancho is saying that he's being treated disrespectfully and whatnot, why would you take it out to the public? The general public does not care as much as you think they do. in the sense of everyone's going to be, the institution is going to be behind you for doing that. The institution is going to take the manager's case, because the majority of the time they're going to be tired of these like players having power, so they're more likely to take the manager's side. So I feel like the way he handled this situation was frankly, it was stupid.
So guys, let's end this. So let's FIFA Best.
Speak on the.
Actually, no. Let's talk about FIFA Best. So FIFA Best, man. So guys, all right. So I just need to touch this because I want to bring in some guys who are not spoken in. So I want to come to SM and Jace. Now, I'm confused. So I just need some clarification here. So they say that this award is taken from December 19th to August 20th. December 19th, 2022 and August 10th, 20th, which means that Mbappe and Messi and Alvarez's World Cup haul should not be there. So all I'm saying though is what Messi did in Uber Eats and what he did in Arizona counts for this.
Respect Arizona.
And no. Of course I do. And was saying that Alvarez's contributions to City's treble from December 19th to August 20th makes him a nominee. Because
back of downtown.
Hey, can I speak on this?
Back of downtown.
Kenny, that's great. And that he was. So basically, and here's my thing. I want to hear everyone's view. I feel they're going to give it to Haaland. Like it is. Like if it is between December 19th to August 20th, Haaland is going to win it. I feel Rodri deserves it the most. Because I feel like if Rodri was overall the best and most consistent performer for City on all three fronts. He doesn't have the sexy name. He's not on the front cover of EAFC, which looks like trash. So he's not going to win. It's going to be given to the guy who harnessed the most popularity. Now, I will laugh my head off if they give it to Messi. I will laugh my head off if Messi wins it for dunking on dudes in America and what's it done for Inter Miami, because that's ridiculous. So, but that's the thing. So, AK, who do you think deserves to win and who are you going for? And do you feel that Messi and Mbappe should be nominated ahead of someone like Vini?
Firstly, yes, Vini was completely robbed. Not just Messi and Mbappe. Declan Rice, what is he doing there?
Conference League tax. No.
Conference League. Why is Tammy Abraham not on the last FIFA the Best Awards then? If there's Conference League tax wasn't it? Oh. What is Brozovic doing there?
I have no idea.
We got one Eastern European there.
No. It's like how Brozovic is there. I have no idea.
What is Kvaratskhelia? What is he doing there?
So come on, Serie tax. But you see, my thing is,
I don't think he scored or assisted since March of last year.
Oh damn! No, okay, but my thing though is, what is Alvarez doing there?
Yeah, exactly. What is he
like? Let's put if we're looking at from December 19th to thinking, why is Alvarez there? So yeah, it makes no sense. Like
side piece.
So my thing though is that Alvarez it has to be there for the and also. Look at the jerseys, because I think the image that they showed might be the official thing is so they showed Messi in the Inter Miami jersey, Alvarez in the City jersey. So this clearly has nothing to do with the World Cup. But you're saying that Alvarez should be there over Vini based on his contributions from that period? How?
I mean, we can make an actual argument. You can say no, yes or no. More people probably say no than yes. You could make an argument that Vini should be there ahead of Mbappe if it's based on this timeline alone.
Yes. No, you can. 100%. Yes.
So, why is Rashford not there?
You can make an argument.
Should be there.
You can make an argument.
This list is just complete BS. Even as a Moroccan, what is Bono doing there? Bono barely started for Sevilla in the league.
Sorry,
what is he doing?
Yeah, but that's because is this just in January 2020, so all of last year?
No. So they actually gave the time, so it's from December 19th, 2022 to August 20th, 2023.
Okay, fine.
That's such a weird timeline.
It's like they did it on purpose.
My thing is that guys, make it simple. Just do it for the season.
Yeah, I
mean,
this is for all the stuff about the last year. No, forget about calendar year. we play football via seasons, not via calendar years.
Yeah.
So this award is who was the best player in the last football season. Just make it simple.
I mean,
Sorry,
I think they did it from December 19th because the last year's FIFA the Best Awards, the one that Messi won, it was between him, Mbappe, and Benzema. That included the World Cup.
Okay. So, because my memory is fading, so that last FIFA Best Award, when was that? When did that take place?
I think it was in February of this year, February of 2020.
Okay, yes, okay, okay.
That included the World Cup, so this doesn't include the World Cup.
Wait. February?
Why have they done 2 in the same year then? Why
they
fucked up the dates?
Okay. So see, that's why I'm confused because wait. Okay, hold on. See,
What?
if this so this FIFA Best Award takes place February 2024.
Yeah, that's what I think so. I think it takes place next year.
Then why are they announcing it so early?
I don't know.
And why is the ending date August of 2020 then? It doesn't make of 2023. Like, what's going on?
Bro, man.
Yeah, why not the end of the year?
This is weird.
Yeah, like this is.
I mean, it is FIFA at the end of the day. So
You guys.
No, guys. Let's be realistic here.
Uncomfortable conversation.
Basically, they just wanted to give one to Messi. They just wanted to give one to Messi for the World Cup.
Guys.
No, Kenny. To be honest with you, go ahead, Jim. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, if we're confused, don't you think who actually votes? Is it journalists and players, or is it one of those where it's only like cast?
I don't know. Both of them.
No, it's journalists and players. That one. FIFA one is journalists.
it's the captains.
The captains. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the captains.
Ask yourself, if we're this confused, how much of them do you think or actually know the date where it takes place when they're voting? Like, I feel like majority of them just went with instant. They just went like the World Cup.
That FIFA the best, honestly. That award is trash, man. No one cares about it. Let's be real.
Yeah, I mean,
like, most people care.
Let's be honest. Individual awards in team sports, it's kind of.
Yeah,
But
Peter, what someone said, and I think Lam said this before. It really should be award for the best forward, best midfielder, best defender, best goalkeeper. But the issue is, people just want the one award thing. I'm like, hey, this is the guy that wins the award and everything. And that's just what people are into. Because really, there should be a award that denotes for each different position. Because again, let's look at the World Cup. And people attacked me for this. Messi was one of the best players. We can't ignore what Emi Martinez did. And we can't ignore what freaking Alvarez did. They played crucial roles. Emi Martinez played a pivotal role in that World Cup.
Awards. They do those.
Yeah, they do one for the goalkeeper. Yeah, they do.
Wait, hold on. Wait. You mean that Bombers pepperoni pizza award that they gave to Lewandowski?
Yeah, they give out the pizza slice.
Oh.
Yeah, pizza slice. They do that.
But they give
for the
out
goalkeeper
slice to each position as well.
They do for the goalkeeper.
Okay, so look. Okay, let me hear this, and I want to just go around the room. So, now, so if you were voting, who would you give the award to? So for me, I said before, I give the award to Rodri. I get it. Haaland broke the goal scoring record. He was supremely amazing. But I feel like if Rodri was the best game in the world, he was fully crucial. And I'm one of those guys that say that you have to show up in a semi and a final. Rodri showed up in that UCL semi, UCL final, as well as being amazing throughout that period. I feel he should win. So I give it to Rodri. Streets, tell me who you would give the award to. AK, who would you give the award to and why?
I'd give it to Rodri as well. I think he was the most consistent and best player, most important player for City over the period of time, and I think I'll give it to Rodri.
SM, who would you give it to?
I mean, I would want Rodri to win because he was most consistent player the whole season, but based on the season. I mean, what Haaland did, you can't.
No. Remember, the period is December 19th, 2022, August 20th, 2023. That's the period. Okay, so within that period, who do you give it to?
Okay, yeah. Then I'll give it to Rodri because, well, from that period, he was our best player. I mean, he played every game, if I'm correct. I think only Pep benched him for 1 or 2 games. So, I mean, he won the Champions League for us as well. I can't deny that.
We can't. Yeah, he scored the winning goal.
He scored the winning goal. Like he turned up. Big game player, you know.
And also, wasn't the man of the match in the Super Cup final as well?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
And
like But actually, the problem is that with such players like Rodri, because they don't have like PR or like social media and all of this, like they're never gonna recognize.
It's right now. I'm willing to put money down. They're never giving that thing to Rodri. Never. 100%. Like, there is no chance. Even if he deserves it. And here's the thing. I've spoken to many City fans. Most City fans say Rodri deserves it. So guys who watch City, where this is your Rodri, you watch say, Rodri is our best player and he deserves it. But there is no chance in hell they're giving that award to Rodri. No chance in hell.
But actually, the whole thing with like Haaland is because of, it's his first season. He got 50 in England when everyone said he'd get like 20. It's like, well, yeah, but that's his job as well. Like that's kind of what.
No. But SM, that's still what he like. It's his job. But what he did was amazing. What he did was amazing.
But Rodri's been doing this for basically since the turn of the decade, since like 2020. So again, at what point is he going to get the credit? Like, I hope he gets it soon, because I don't want it to be a case where it's like he's 35 and he's playing in Saudi and it's like, oh, remember when Rodri was good? It's like, no, just recognize greatness now. Like,
because in my thing is this reminds me of sort of Busquets, where people never really give Busquets his true praise based on just how good he was. But my thing though is, because remember, when you're a DM, it's really hard to show how key you are unless you do something like a Kante, where you are so ridiculously influential in those games. But my thing for Rodri is he does the DM stuff so pretty well. But the dude's bloody scored the damn winning. Wait, did he score in the UCL semi at all, or he didn't score in the UCL semi? Oh, sorry, he scored in the quarterfinals.
In the quarters,
and he scored the damn winning goal in the final. Like my thing is, what more do you have to do to say, bro? Put me. I just think, look, Haaland's name is just bigger, and with these awards, it's not about who deserves it. It's about which name is big and who has the biggest PR. Rodri has 0 PR. Haaland is the face of bloody EAFC.
There's still a chance, though, Rodri.
Wait, hold on. Let me go around the road. So, Guled, who do you give the award to?
To be honest, it's clear as crystal. It should be Rodri. But to be honest with you, as you said, I think Europe, because the Ballon d'Or originates from France. Let's be completely honest. So I would say Europe needs a W. I mean, they're struggling in all facets of life right now. So I think they're going to give it to Haaland. And to be honest with you as well, I think they're going to pass the baton, because I think the Messi and the Ronaldo era is about to finish.
Oh, yes, it's done.
It's made him the face. So a person who scores 50 goals with no first touch, I mean, that should be a Guinness World Record.
That is do it. All right. What's it called? Jesus, who'd you give it to?
I mean, this list is so dumb.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It makes no sense.
I mean, everyone's saying Rodri, but I'd also put a contender like Gundogan, perhaps. In there as well.
Yeah, that's a good shot. Yeah. Okay, so you'd give it to Gundogan.
Yeah, just to be different.
All right, Elijah, who do you give it to? I think he's still feasting on his wings.
I've failed. I've lost caring about FIFA awards. Honestly, like it doesn't go to the correct players it's supposed to go to.
No, but no, Elijah, screw the awards. It's just you. Who would you give the awards to? Forget the awards. Who do you think was the best player in the world from December 19th, 2022 to August 20th, 2023? Who was the best player?
It was Rodri. We know this. Everybody said it. It's Rodri. It's very clear cut. I mean, Champions League final man of the match, Nations League player of the tournament, freaking Super Cup man of the match. I believe, was he in the Premier League 11 by chance?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Okay, then why not? I just don't know. Europe is clutching for scraps right now, and let's be honest, I don't when we look at these awards, are they really just for European-based players? Do we ever give South America a chance?
Hold on, let me. So, Ardias, who would you give it to? Who would you give the award to? Ardias.
I mean, I know we're talking about the players, but I'm to be honest, I'm even more confused about the managers for best coach. Why is Big Ange there? Well, Fair's got potential, and Javi
Martinez.
You know,
Ange's there. Ange's there.
Has to say some stuff about.
How is Ange there?
Ange's there because
didn't he win the treble?
Yeah, he
he
won
did
the
trouble.
It's
If we're
not
gonna
Celtic,
be
it's
honest,
Scottish.
if we're gonna be honest, we know Pep is gonna win it, bro. They just add players.
I know,
they
but,
just add managers
even
to the
still,
list.
wait, no, Z-Man. So you're telling me that Big Ange and Xavi are top 5 best managers in the world?
That's crazy.
No.
I mean, on last year, I mean,
I think.
well, is Spalletti there as well? Probably.
It's based on.
Yes, Spalletti is there.
Yeah.
Spalletti as well. It's achievements.
Wait, isn't Potter there?
Based on that.
No, Xavi.
Wait, what happened to Poch?
So basically, it's Inzaghi, Big Ange, Spalletti, Pep, and Xavi. So Lamps just missed. Always, do you think Lamps was snubbed?
Yeah.
I mean, if he had relegated both Chelsea and Everton, he would have made
It's
it.
true. I think Lamps was snubbed. Okay, but who would you give it to? Are you all in agreement with Rodri, or do you think Mbappe deserves a dub?
I'm a United fan. I can't give it to a City player. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, that's fair. That's fair.
So Bruno, it is.
No, Bruno's not on the list. I'm going to give it to my.
Wait, hold on. Who do you give it to? Who do you give it to?
I'm going to give it to my fellow Nigerian brother Oshman, man.
No, hold on, guys, don't hate Serie A top scorer. Serie A top scorer,
man.
And also he deserves because the period doesn't it doesn't acknowledge the disaster class against Ghana. So that's
come on, top scoring. Come on, and top scorer in Italy as well.
Hold on, Kenny. And also that's good to be top scorer in a racist country is crazy.
Yeah, in a racist. Yeah, I'm saying color tax.
Kenny, who do you pick? Who's your pick?
Shameless, man.
But yeah, it's top scorer in the racist country. That's a great argument. I'm after join on the. It's quite right there.
Who you picking, Kenny?
But obviously, it's going to be Ireland, man. It's going to be Ireland. No.
I don't care who's going to be. Who would you pick? Who would you pick?
The list with the 4 players. Yeah, you could say Rodri was consistent, but it's going to be Ireland. Like, let's go. Even have his backup on the list. It's probably going to be him. So,
all right. Okay. So Jess, who would you give the award to, Jess?
Personally, I would give it to Rodri. I felt like if Rodri wasn't there, they're not winning the Champions League at all. Like, I think with Haaland, do they get to the Champions League final? I still think they get to the Champions League regardless.
For sure. Yeah.
But with Rodri, who's gonna come into their position? Calvin Phillips? Come on, man. So yeah, it should have been Rodri, but I agree with everybody else. Like, it's gonna be Haaland who's gonna win it. He's gonna be the face of the he's gonna be the face of the new next gen with Haaland.
Wait, hold on. Face. Wait, how can you be the face of the next gen?
I said with Mbappe.
No.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, who's on the AFC?
Shout to the Virgin, man. Shout to the Virgin.
You know.
Wait, hold on, Jez.
Now, what I was saying is here, real quick on that one. Now, I think Mbappe is going to be the face of the game, but realistically, if I talk from a baller's perspective, it's going to be done to him. But for me, it's Mbappe.
Man, those are some ugly faces.
Ziman, who are you giving the award to? From December 19th to August 20th.
I feel like what Jorginho has done for football, it might come in clutch, man. Because let's be honest, bro. Like as a midfielder, bro, he's the last one to win a major award.
Wait, who?
Jorginho, J5, man, J5. So do you think? Hear me out, man. Hear me out.
The guy who carries Marco in the Euro.
That's not even a brick statement. You're
European Player of the Year, man.
I asked you who should win this award. I didn't ask you
respect the UEFA Player of the Year 2020.
No, I won't. Kenny, I won't. I refuse to.
Respect the guy.
Ziman, can you give me a damn name? I need to get back to Baldur's Gate.
I'm trying to. I would say that it's J5's influence. Rodri's about to come in, bro. J5's influence. We need to talk about it if Rodri wins, because this is incredible. I know
do you honestly believe they're going to give it to Rodri over the Earl of Norway?
No, yeah, I mean, Haaland is the face of football, so I could definitely see them just giving it to him just because he's the new face of football.
No, he's the face of EAFC.
No, he's definitely the face of football.
No, he's the face of EAFC. No, he's the face of EAFC. That bombers game I know you guys are gonna get.
Hey, you know,
Mbappe is the face of the world.
I told you, man, go on eFootball, man. It's the future.
Nah, eFootball is basically Fortnite.
Now, J2S, please tell me that this is like not real. That you've created.
No, it is real.
This is the one time I haven't edited anything.
It's real.
Oh no! This is obviously edited. This is edited.
No,
I think he had a card. You know, I think he had a special card.
If anything, he's the real face because he's part of the war and stuff.
Okay, look, let's.
Oh my god.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me. So shout out to your boy Wing. 1 billion gang. Sunday will show who we are. Well, Wing.
Oh
you
god.
said we're going to show who we are against Bournemouth.
I'm interested.
He couldn't win, man.
It's a Wing.
Bournemouth.
You just come and just share, but it's a Wing. We shouldn't be saying one. We should show who we are against Bournemouth because we should be beating Bournemouth 3-0. That's my thing. That should be a 3-0.
Oh my gosh.
Kenny, wait. Kenny, how can you say, oh my gosh, Kenny, we can't beat Bournemouth? Kenny, come on. Kenny, we can't beat Bournemouth.
Can you tell me what happened the last game before the international break?
Wait, haven't you like...
Was that Bournemouth? No, Kenny, it's Bournemouth. Kenny, Nottingham Forest has one of the best strikers in the world. Shout out to our knee. Shout out to the Yee.
And Alanga who dunked on you.
Yeah. Honestly, since last year, honestly, I can't take no game for granted.
So Kenny, so we're saying that Bournemouth is a game.
Bournemouth away right now is a game. Yes, it is. Especially with Chilwell playing left wing. Yeah, it's totally a game. Yeah, yes.
Wait, haven't Chelsea signed more?
This is a team partly owned by Michael B. Jordan, so we are fucked. I'm telling you.
Wait, haven't Chelsea
No. Hold on. Good. Don't tell me that what's his name from Black Panther. You know, so like is gonna dunk on Chelsea tomorrow, man.
His legacy lives on.
No, guys. Actually, no. Let's stay here, guys. Can we talk about Brighton? Because here's my thing right now. All I want to be is to be above United. That's what I want. That's all I want is come next week to be above United. Guys, we will be there, guys. Like Mbappe, we're gonna be there for Brighton United. Brighton. I want a masterclass, please. I want a masterclass.
Are we saying Fati's debut goal?
Yeah, that's
wait.
No. I want a fatty. I want a fatty to do his thing. I want a fatty to do his thing, man.
Wait.
Guys,
what are you
No. His thing, guys. Please, Maguire and Evans. Please start.
It's gonna be Sancho and Lindelof.
I just have one. Wait, I just have one comment.
Okay, hold on. Ernest, why? Why not Maguire and Evans? Why?
Because they're fit. Because they're fit. That's why. So,
but Maguire and Evans form a better understanding, I think.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like it's like how Modric and Sterling perform a good understanding. You know what I mean?
Better understanding of the moon.
Can anyone?
Wait, hold on. Jace.
Can anyone just confirm or deny this? Do Man City have more Ballon d'Or nominees than Chelsea have points this season? Can anyone confirm or deny that?
100%.
Yes.
Yeah, they do.
That's actually pretty.
Yes.
Wait.
Yeah, they do. Actually,
You see, I'm tired of these. Every week is a new one. Every week is a new one.
So
what's going on?
Wait, HH.
No, wait. Hold, you can't do that. We've already played 4 games. We've already played 4 games. So.
Wait, HH.
Yes.
Are you gonna do that Chelsea FC Sidemen combined 11 anytime soon?
I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of players I'm saying here.
Here's my thing, guys. Okay, can I say this? If Enzo starts to cook, can I be shameless?
No.
If Enzo and Cancelo cook, can I be shameless?
No. You have to win to be shameless.
No. Once Chelsea starts cooking and starts winning, can I be shameless?
Who's actually going to score the goals?
If we are above you by next week, you know that I'm gonna be shameless.
What is the population of Bournemouth? I mean,
here's my thing. Let's Brighton beat Bournemouth.
Wait, haven't Chelsea signed more players than the population of Bournemouth?
Let's Chelsea not be above you by next week. Because if Chelsea are above you, I'm going to talk.
RDS, you better come on if Brighton beat you guys. I know you. When Chelsea leaves, every time you'll be coming out
I am going to. I'm going to set up the match review thingy right now because Brighton and United we will be there like Mbappe.
Feel free to clown us as much as time. Me and Jadis will take tape. But if you guys lose to Bournemouth and are below us, I want the commentated Chelsea show back for season 3.
Guys, I shall see you on Saturday, guys. Peace out, guys. Peace out.